Hi, everybody. This is Laura. I love that recording. It always makes me feel embarrassed. Anyway, one of these days I will get around to fixing it or changing it. Anyway, thank you, everybody, for attending. We have a very full switchboard already. I, as usual, will highlight a couple of resources for you on the website for the show, which is spiritmediumtv.com. That's spiritmediumtv.com. There you can find the phone number to call in. You can also make a donation to jump to the top of the queue. You can also watch the show live. And if you enter that webinar, that video there, by clicking on the link at step 3, I think it is, enter webinar here. If you click on that, I will hear you and I'll come over to you and get you first in the queue. But everybody that does other side connections, or everybody that wants an other side connection, tends to be in the beginning of the show, and then I work with other people afterwards. I do have 2 other side connections, one of which has made a donation. That's Jackie. Thank you very much, Jackie, because that donation does go in part to help animals. So we have a focus subject coming up, which I'll talk about. Also, besides the focus subject, I will do a group message for the show. I always channel a group message to start with. That takes about 15 minutes. 1 or 2 other housekeeping things. If you want a private appointment with me, just go to booklaura.com. That's booklaura.com. And if you put radio show in the event code field, you will obtain a third more time free. That means if you ordered 30 minutes, you'd obtain a third more time, which is 10 minutes free. And that's true of all the time slots. So that's one thing. Is there anything else? Yeah, join our mailing list. Keep in touch with me that way, because there's always changes going on around here. And if you join the mailing list, you will be kept apprised of everything as well. You will also get great articles. I'm always writing new articles. Get a life, Laura. It's just my nature. I just can't help it. When I have a problem, I like to research it. And then there's other things that come up sometimes in client sessions and, just through life. And as I find out new things, I write about them. And one of the features for today, which is the featured article in the newsletter this week, is weight loss. Easy. Easy weight loss. It's actually the only way to really lose weight is not really through diet, but sort of a way of eating, lifestyle, if you will. And so I have an article which I wrote on that. And I think if you put weight loss search field on the website, there's a search box. More, way less. Easy weight loss system for life. Just to jump to the chase on this, basically it's a high fiber, low bad fat, high fiber diet. That means carbohydrates and vegetables and fruits. And then the minority, or 1/4 of the food you would eat, would be lean protein, including complex vegan and or vegetarian protein. So if you eat that way, if you could do that, you will never have a problem keeping your weight down. You will also be anti-aging yourself, because that is, in fact, the Mediterranean diet. And also it is very healthy for blood sugar levels, which is an anti-aging component. It's a low glycemic diet. So it's got many different reasons to eat this way besides just losing weight. It's the healthiest diet. And just to add a little bit of boring, nerdy stuff to this, the people who have the highest concentration of centenarians on the globe are in areas that eat a Mediterranean style diet or a fruits, vegetable based diet. If they do eat any animal protein, it's in complement to that, like a garnish, but not the main thing. So if you want to live to a ripe old age without disease, not only looking great and feeling fabulous, you would want to explore this idea. Another thing that I've been working on is ways to improve self-confidence and self-esteem. Recently, I kind of ran into a bout of that myself. If you've been listening to the radio show, you might have heard one or two little things that happened here. I won't repeat them. But, for human, we're going to have our ego affected at times. We're going to have somebody affect us or attempt to label us, or maybe just life itself places us in a position of what we might consider to be insulting or not supporting us, right? So the way to improve self-confidence, much written on this, is much out there on it. Rather than, this actually was a channel article, and the meat of it is an exercise for you to connect to source, to God, to the part of you that is divine. And I'll just cut to the chase on this one. The way to feel that you are valuable is to realize that you are a part of the divine consciousness. The mere fact that you think, that you feel, that you breathe, that you have been given life already entitles you to value. When you think about that and just really meditate on it, I don't know about you, but it does make me feel really good. So give that a try. It's an article. It's the newest article I just wrote today, ways to improve self-confidence and self-esteem. And then the last thing I want to bring out, and I won't spend too much time on it, is this whole idea of aliens and UFOs and all of that. Today I had nothing to do in the afternoon, and I really felt like amusing myself. So I went and I found this great long video on YouTube about this guy named Stan Romanek. And there's a movie coming out about him and all. I don't know. It's probably a low budget movie. I don't know if it's going to go to mainstream, but his story is very compelling. And he calls himself a star, or the aliens call him a starseed in his experiences with them. And I am a starseed. I'll say it that way, a starseed. So what is a starseed? It's somebody who is carrying elements of aliens within their body, if you want to believe in that stuff, and has supernatural or psychic abilities or connection with these beings. He didn't have the psychic ability so much as he got messages, though, and he got them in a very unique way from more advanced beings. And I think a lot of my messages, what I'm channeling, are advanced beings, light beings. And perhaps that's what we consider to be angels and guides. There's so many different ways to look at all of this. But the most important way to look at all of this is you. How are you living? Are you experiencing joy? Are you getting what you want in life? And so everything that I talk about on this show and all of the resources I bring to you come in through intuitive hunches, intuitive insight, psychic, spiritual channeling, to help you and me live better lives, live lives in joy. And so that's my big thing lately. I'm calling the show Soul Wealth because I'm focusing in on the joy secret. So what is this joy secret? Well, you could use joy as an acronym, which could mean just open you, open what you want, open who you are, open your feeling nature, and follow that, follow that. That is the secret to joy. That is the secret to wealth. That is the secret to love. Everything starts with you. And the article, Ways to Improve Self-Confidence and Self-Esteem, has a good overview of how we are whatever we are inside, we're reflecting in our lives. So if you're experiencing things you don't like, time to get going with the joy secret. And that article, Ways to Improve Self-Confidence and Self-Esteem, has some exercises at the bottom of it that are from the Joy Secret coaching program that I use with clients. So it's a psychic coaching, a spiritual coaching, and it's a spiritual law coaching. That's what I'm supposed to do in life. So if any of you are wanting fortune telling, probably going to take a more dynamic and a little deeper look at what your question is. But I have tools for fortune telling as well, not to worry. But don't be surprised if I include you in the process, because it is just about you. It's about you opening to your divine nature. This will give you the best success in life. Okay, so we're going to do a prayer energy connection, and then I will do a group message that will be channeled, and then I will go to the phone lines. Hi, Crystal Ball Gretna. Did I get that right, Gretna? Yes, and guest 1410. They're in the chat room. Okay, so if you are participating, sit back and cross your arms and legs and start to breathe from your abdominal area, allowing yourself to gently and lightly release and let go. And releasing all tension on the exhale. Breathing in deeply from the abdomen again. And relaxing on the exhale, releasing and letting go of all stress, all tension. If you are looking for an other side connection, please call in your loved one or loved ones now. If you are looking for an answer to a life question, please focus in on what that question is now and ask your divine beings for help in getting satisfying answers to that. While you do that, I will go off and invoke the master prayer. I will be back in a second. And now on your next exhale of breath, if you would please release into your space your energy, I will connect us. One moment, please. We are here. We have come in to be part of the divine offering this evening. Each and every one of you is a divine creature. You are not a divine creature of God. You really are part of God. When one thinks of themselves as separate from the deity, they will not receive the grace that is needed for you to live the best life you can. The grace comes in by understanding that you truly are divine. There is not one part of you that is not part of the divine nature of the universe and consciousness. And so when we say to connect with your divine nature, we mean to experience the state of being. And in that state of I am that I am, you will breathe in the essence of life itself. And by virtue of that experience, you will know that you are divine. And in the divine essence, you will be able to request and create at will all of your desires, everything you've ever wanted. Focus thy consciousness on thy divine nature. Ask for what thee wants, and one will find that your life will start changing. Slowly at first, with smaller miracles, but then there will be a quickening, and soon you will find that all that you thought was separate from you is now within your scope. Namaste. Okay, I'm now going to go to Jackie, who has, I believe, lost a pet. I'm not sure. All I know is she wants an other side connection to an animal. She has an animal that she wants me to connect. I'm assuming the animal is in spirit, Jackie. Hi there, honey. Maybe. Oh. Well, you're wondering if the swan was, well, let's see. We'll try to connect with Blackie, okay? And we'll see what we can do. All right. I'm going to try to bring in evidence around some things you would know, and then I will project from there to see what we can get. Hold on. First thing I do see is in the distance, there seems to be a structure like a barn or something like that, an old structure. It looks like a barn that has a paint on it that would be red, but is weather worn. Would you know that, please? Okay, so you're not sure. Okay, you're not sure of that. All right. All right. Well, I do see that. I do see outdoors. I see, the rugged, stripped terrain of Pennsylvania during the winter, what that looks like. I do see that there. Okay. Well, there seems to be a structure that's old and dilapidated. It looks like a barn. And it looks like there's also water around that. There's also some kind of rippling current in the water. There might be parts of it that are coming in from a stream or something. I'm not sure what the swan is trying to show me with this, but that's the first thing. I just want to report that, as you cannot really confirm it in any way. I'm trying to get an answer from this beautiful animal. Let me see. She went. I feel that she went inside of a structure to try to get shelter and also get some food. That's what I feel. And I feel it's near that barn or in that barn. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. So what do you mean by it's an enclosed pond? Well, who would put a poor animal like that? It's like trapped in the cold, is what you're telling me. It was outside in a barn that had nowhere to go. Okay. Well, what I'm don't. Well, can a bird like that fly, love? Did you forget about that? You don't believe that bird could fly? You think its wings were clipped or something? Why wouldn't it be able to fly? That's crazy. All right. Well, all I can say, in other words, the top, it's not in a structure that covers the pond, so it is possible if the bird could swim, that it could. I mean, if the bird could fly, that it could get out of there. But you've never seen it fly. All you've seen is it in there. Okay. So what I have to go with what I'm getting, which is I see the bird in some kind of a shelter right now, and it's near the home of somebody that's a friend or knows the bird or whatever, a friend. So I feel the bird is okay, and I think that the bird is doing fine, and that's my, that's my read on it. I don't think the bird is going to be coming back to the pond right away because it's too cold, and I think it's being taken care of. That's kind of what I'm getting. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm getting a safe feeling around the bird. I'm getting a structure. It looks like it's a farm situation or something like that. It looks like there's chickens around, other animals. It looks like there's a barn. It looks like it's feeding. It looks like it's being taken care of right now. And it's like a friend of a friend or friend of the animals or friend of somehow. Maybe like these people tried to help. There was somebody else who did help, you see. And this animal is protected right now. And whoever, this animal's protected right now, and it will be coming out soon as it thaws out a bit. And I think you will be seeing it again. So keep me informed, okay?
I will. Thank you.
You're welcome, love. God bless. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, honey. Yeah, I mean, I can only give her what I'm getting, and that's what I'm getting, which is good news. Okay, I'm going to Cindy, who wants another side connection, and then I will go to Keisha, who's the first call in for a life reading, and then we have others after her, like Laura. Okay, Cindy, coming to you. Hey, Cindy, how you doing, sweetheart?
Hi, Laura. How are you?
I'm doing great, love. Okay, so let's see what we can come up with for you, my dear. You're wanting another side connection.
Okay.
You're wanting another side connection. You're calling in from 352. Hold on, I use the number as a vibration.
Okay.
I feel very strongly that there's a mother figure for you in spirit. I'm going to get some information on that. And I'm going to develop it very quickly, sweetie. And then if that's not who you want, I'll try to go for who you want. Although that's not the way necessarily we have successful connections. But, I try to please.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So I do see a woman who's seems to be in spirit, but she's got a feel to her of not very old. In other words, she's showing me herself more like rather than be a grandma to you, more like a mother level. Okay, that's what I mean by not old. She's not 2 generations away. She's closer to you. Now that could also be somebody else as well, but I will in other words, what I'm trying to say is not the older generation. It's a generation above you in terms of timing. She's wearing her hair in a layered cut. It's on the shorter side. She looks like she's a domestic diva of sorts, meaning that she's more of a housewife. She's a nice house in suburbs. She's showing me herself during the 60s and the 70s, as that is the furniture that is in the house, the style of it, and also the way she wears her hair. It looks to me like she has a couple of children. She's on the slender side. She's got even features, straight nose, full lips, and she's a good-looking woman. And I don't see her progressed in age just yet. Now she is progressing a bit. Now, would you have a mother in spirit, please, first of all, before I continue?
No,
I
my
will.
mother is not.
Your mother is
No,
alive.
my mother has not passed.
Okay. Well, then we'll see who this is. Okay. I do feel that there's a pain in her chest, and I'm getting a sense of cancer, which takes her life. There's a suddenness to this as well, even though cancer does usually take time. There's like a discovery later before it can really be healed and helped. She could be on the, are you married, honey?
No.
Okay. Were you married?
Okay.
Were you married or something?
I was.
You was, okay. I'm getting it might be on the in-law side of the family, which might be a little difficult for you to figure out. But I'm feeling that she has something in the chest, like a breast cancer, something like that. She leaves 2 children behind. She's a very good cook, and she takes very nice care of the home, but she was in her prime during the 60s and 70s. If you don't know who that is, I'm going to leave it like that for now, sweetie. I don't want to spend too much time on that. Let me see who else is around you, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Let me see who I can pull in. Who wants to come in for Cindy? 3, 5. Go ahead. There's a male to you, a male man, but he feels like he's younger in age than you, as if he would be an offspring to you or somebody younger in the family or younger in the friend category. Would you know anyone in that category, please, Cindy?
A male. My brother-in-law passed, and he's a little bit younger than me.
Oh, okay. Now I don't know if that's. Oh, so that woman is on your in-law side of the family, maybe not your husband, but she also goes with him. She might be his mother, and you might have known her, during some family gatherings and things like that.
Well, my
Okay. Well, I just want to say that I feel that she's from an in-law side of the family. Okay. And that she has something to do with the brother-in-law, I'm pretty sure. Okay. And I don't want to spend a lot of time. I could develop her, but I don't want to spend a lot of time, but she's come here to open the portal to him. So I want to go to him. Hold on for a second. See if well, I don't know. Actually, I don't want to develop anyone you don't want me to develop. Who is it that you're wanting me to develop? Those are the two that are coming through.
Well, there were two people that I was trying to
Oh, did Penny die of cancer also?
I don't
Oh. Okay, so I'm just going to go through, I'm going to go back to that woman and I'm going to see if she could fit that, even though I said she had cancer. Let me see here. Well, it's kind of hard for you to, because you know Penny from later in life, right, sweetie? You know her later on in life, love? Penny passed recently and you have a mutual friend. And Penny. Oh, and that's the. All right, wait a second here. I'm pretty sure I had Penny there, but it's hard for me to really. I see her during her prime years, okay, with brown hair. It's in a layered cut. It's on the shorter side. It's all round. Okay, well, she wore it that way when she was in her prime years as well. It looks to me like she was a housewife. Okay, that at least she's showing me herself as a domestic diva, if you will, and she's also a great cook. Okay, now she might have had breast cancer at some time in her life or some kind of cancer. Okay, do you know anything about that with her? Do you know it? You can check that. Okay. Well, I thought it was two children, but I did see her with children. I do feel some pain in her chest. Okay. So that not for heart attack.
Okay.
I did hear the passing was sudden, but I didn't know that it was a stroke. Okay. And I was a little confused because they said, how could cancer be sudden? But she did say those words. So you'll listen to this. And I'm going to now bring in one or two more things from Penny. Hopefully they can define her a little bit more that you would know her. Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see what we can bring in here. Now, did you know if she was a good cook, honey? In her youth, when she was younger? She says she was. All right, good. She loves her home and family very much. She says she's very much like you when you were younger. Now you're a little bit more independent, but when you were younger, you were very much domestically oriented. You had your own family. You don't have children, though, you said, right?
Myself?
Yeah.
I have it. My son's
Okay, you do have a son. All right, good. Yeah, before you said you didn't have a son in spirit. Sorry. Okay, so we already have Penny. Let me just pull her in a little more clearly, get you to a detail level, and hopefully we can bring some evidence in that will allow you to feel like you made a connection, and maybe we can even get a personal message about your friend. Like, Penny, for some reason or other, there's something about after the stroke that I think she's still alive for a period of time, but she's like on a respirator or something. The reason I said
they said she passed as a result of the stroke and not immediately when she had the stroke.
Because what I get is that they might have tried to keep her breathing, but she was not able, in other words, it was like a DNR, do not resuscitate kind of thing. Because I feel her smothering. That's how, besides the strokes, actually the expiration of life is from smothering because they didn't continue to give her oxygen. They didn't continue to help her breathe, if you will. But she wasn't able to breathe on her own, is what I'm trying to say. She's showing me a lot of flowers around her room where she passed. There's a lot of flowers there, flowers in the air. Smell of flowers everywhere. She loves that smell of flowers. Flowers are very important to her. She's saying all this for reasons, and I'll try to bring you the reasons. The reasons are that flowers are very important, she says, for you as well as for me. It's one of the ways that we connected in terms of flowers and gardening or loving floral scents. Something between flowers and you and her was an important bond. Would you understand that, please, Cindy? Okay. She loves flowers too, she says, just like you. We both love flowers. Oh, we're both good decorators. We both are good with the home. We're both good decorators. We have a sense of scent, and also the way we run our homes and everything. We're very, very similar in those respects. There's also, she's shown me having grandchildren on Earth. It looks to me like she has at least one grandchild, if not several more. Or it might even be a great grand one, because she's 93 at that age. But I see a little infant, that she's showing me as if it's a male grandson or great grandson. Do you know anything about a family?
I'm not sure.
Okay, well, I see a little male. Oh, yeah, well, I don't know. I'm not telling you how many either. I'm just saying I see a male. And I'm going to, in other words, there's a little boy born, and she's going to give me info about that. That little boy was born very recently. It's one of several. So she doesn't only have one grandchild or great-grandchildren. She has several. But one of the little boys was born recently, and there's a name or something like a Christy or Kristen or something that comes in as I go in that direction. And she also gives me another name, which is Grace, which is something that you know. Grace is something that a name you would know. She says to me, you know anybody with the name Grace, please, off the top of your head, Cindy? Leave it alone.
I think it was someone that worked for her in the farm.
Okay, well, you can check that later. I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, but she says it's a name that you. Yeah. Oh, well, she says that you would know the name Grace, that there's someone that you know with the name Grace. It could be the cat, it could be that person, but that name would be familiar to you. Whereas Christy or Kristen, that's like one of the grandchildren that gives birth to a great grandson. See, that's what she's showing me. She says she loves everyone as if they're her own family. She's a very loving person, very generous person, and a very gifted person as well in the area of love and relationships and holding on to people and making them her friends. She says if it weren't for her skill in this area, she would not have been able to make friendship with you, although you share that too. She says, but she's a very doting, outgoing, gregarious sort of person that you liked immediately after meeting her. I'm trying to come to a personal message. I can move on to the other people that are waiting. And I feel you're needing or wanting that. Now, you said your friend is Ed? Charlie. Okay. Let me just see if she wants to say anything about Charlie. You want to say anything about Charlie, please? She says, no. She says, he's more a friend of yours than a friend of mine. She says, I didn't look out for him as much as you did. In other words, you know him better than she does. She says, however, he is pretty good at taking care of himself. And so he's a survivor, she's telling me. He will get through this. Okay, she's telling me he will get through this and he's going to be able to do this. Are you saying, what is her name again, the lady in spirit that I'm talking to? What is Penny. Penny, are you saying, Penny, are you saying that he's going to heal? Let me see if I can get an answer from her, Cindy.
Okay.
Not really heal, but he's going to get, he will. It looks to me, she's saying something pretty positive, like as if he's going to get in remission, where he's not going to suffer as much as you think, and he's a survivor, and he will do well with this. And then he will be around. He's not going to transition right away. So even if he lingers with it for a while, but he's not going anywhere for quite some time. So that's her answer. Oh, all right. Well, then that's what she means by all of that. I see her taking some kind of pills, and I think he's going to do well according to what Penny says. Okay.
Can you ask Penny, is there any
Oh, but that's not going to, okay, that's not going to confirm that it's her because you already said it. You know what I mean? I have to give you things that you didn't say to me.
She could give you something specific about a specific person. I don't give any information about it.
I can't answer you that. I can't answer you that way, honey. I can only answer with what she's giving me. I don't want to force it. But I want to say that, right, and I will stay with her a moment longer since you're not sure it's her love, okay? I'm also seeing a name called Dave. Does that have any significance to you, please?
Yeah, but I have an idea that, my dad was not my dad.
There you go. There's a name. Sometimes they cross-reference to people you would know. I'm going to continue with her, okay, for a moment. What I'm trying to do is pull in relevant evidence from her that's not directly answering your question, but giving you some sense that it's her, okay? If she wants to give me something about a horse, hold on. I'll give it to you, Penny. She's back to the coughing again. What about the horse, Penny? Anything you want to say about a horse? You? Okay. I can't get anything about a horse. The only thing I'm getting is that there's something about the way you heal a horse was sort of like a miracle or a karmic thing, that you were able to take care of a horse in a way that never been done before. And that's kind of what she's giving me, some kind of thing that you did. She says karmically healed the horse. I don't know if that has any significance to you at all, Cindy, but that's the only thing I can give you, honey.
Okay, she's saying that I did that or that she did that?
I thought she was saying you did it. There's something about karmically healing the horse. You healed a horse that was unhealable.
Yes, I did. I did that. Yes, I did that actually.
Oh, well, there you go. There's your evidence.
Awesome.
All right, sweetheart. God bless. I'm so glad that she was able to give you that.
So much, Laura.
Thank you, love. Bye-bye.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay, I'm moving to Laura, who has a love question. Hey, Laura. Oh, excuse me. I'm coughing suddenly. This whole thing is weird, honey. Oh, you mean me having the same name as you? It's like. Oh. No, that's fine, honey. Would you have any idea why I keep getting a name like Kristen or Christine or something? Is there any relevance there in anybody you know? Like, oh, well, then you do know the name. For some reason, that might have a part of relevance here. Okay, give me his initials and her initials. All right. J like in John, D as in dog, and J like in John, S like in sucker. Oh, B as in boy, boy. Okay, go ahead. Okay, good. Yeah. JS and JB. Hold on. Let me just see if they're going to work out. Yeah, they're going to work out. Actually, they get along pretty well together. They like a lot of the same things. They like some kind of like sporting thing. I don't know. It's the winter where you are right now, so I don't know why they're showing me. I think they do like to bike ride, or I think he does like to bike ride. If he didn't when you knew him, it looks like he might be doing that with her. They have a lot of relatives. Are those? Are those? Okay, just what's a 180? What is a 180, honey? Does that mean that they do bike ride? Okay, just try to answer. Just so what? Okay, so you're not validating the biking for me. I need you to kind of slow down. All right, so you're just trying to find out what he. Okay, so you're trying. Okay, all right. So I need you to verify things as I go along. So I'll slow. No, I need that because otherwise I'm not on the right vibration. But I do see them doing things like biking. So whatever, that was what Spirit showed me. So maybe it could be a new and relevant hobby when the springtime comes. But you're asking me why he did 180s, meaning with her. Okay. Well, I mean, well, that's not an answer, question for a psychic, I don't think, but maybe I can go into his head a little bit, I suppose. Well, obviously, honey, he has mixed feelings about this in the beginning, and then he makes up his mind, is what the behavior states. But I'm going to go. Do you understand what I just said as far as behavior? That's it. It's evident on the surface. The evidence on the surface is that he doesn't want to do the wrong thing. He's hemming and hawing. He feels guilty about you in some way. And I do feel that there's a lot of love there. But for some reason or other, something tipped him over the edge to move in that direction. So I'm going to see if I can get it, and I need to move on. Let me just, yeah, let me see. I'm going to go to him again. This is JB. Why did you hesitate, and why, now you're with her, but before you didn't want to? Why, JB? What I'm getting is a feeling like when he finally put his toes out in the water of being separate or being without you, it was different than he thought it would be. In other words, it feels like he likes the freedom, and he wasn't sure before. He was frightened of being alone, and he was frightened of starting a new life. He was frightened of hurting you. There was a lot of things that he was considering, breaking up, everything. But the bottom line is, I feel that when he did take a little step in that direction, he found it wasn't as uncomfortable or bad as he thought it would be. He's able to. He's able. Well, it made. I think that the fear was in leaving you. How would that feel? He may be in a new relationship, but it's not the same one, and it may not be as intense or as connected as your relationship. It may be what he needs right now, which is maybe a little bit less intimacy and just a little bit more of having his freedom. And that doesn't necessarily mean jumping into bed with strange women. It may mean he's connected to her and he's having a new life. He was frightened of a new life, I guess is a better way to put it. So so I just want to say, I feel that he was afraid of a new life, launching on his own. And you had another question there? Did you just? If he was trying to get under your skin, or if he really bought her an engagement. She's the one that told you that she got? Oh, all right. Let me just see, and then I have to move on, love. Hold on. Yes, I believe she does have an engagement. They're talking about an engagement ring, and I think that she will have it soon. I don't know if it's on a ring yet. It's not on her hand yet, but it's, they're looking at them. I'm sorry, honey, for your loss. Yeah, thank you, love. Bye bye. Okay, Keisha, I'm sorry, I forgot about you. Hey, Keisha, how you doing? I'm so sorry, I forgot. I saw your thing there. I said, oh, she was the one I was supposed to come to right away. Okay, love, go ahead and give me your question, honey. Sorry about that.
That's okay. I'm here ready. I'm wondering
I'm trying to figure out if I should go with the soul talk magic for this. I'd rather go with your guides. Hold on. Keisha, dating, good, bad. How's it going to work out? Keisha, dating, good. Hold on. I'm going to start with something very simple, good or bad. It's going to be very, very good for you. I feel we already have your eye on somebody that's sort of opening you up a little bit. And I feel you've met him in some sort of a work context or some kind of context that's not necessarily a dating place or whatever. You're just meeting through some. If you haven't yet, you're going to meet somebody that's going to be somebody you just sort of run into, or you're meeting through happenstance. It could be in a business environment, it could be at the gym, but it's not in any way constructed to be meeting somebody. Do you understand what I mean by that, please, Keisha? All right. So it's not a party. It's not like a pickup. It's not a bar. It's not a whatever. It's just you doing your thing, hanging out, going here to there, and everything else. I also feel that I think you already know the person. You have your eye on someone. Maybe that's what's awakened you. But there's somehow or other you've awakened. Some kind of a catalyst has come along to awaken you. And I think it's because you see somebody that you like right now. Would you know anything about that, please, Keisha? Okay. You, all right. Well, forget about that then. Maybe you're just seeing men and you're thinking, you're just thinking, he's got a nice, he's got a nice stack. Let me go out with this guy. Oh, his buttocks is nice. Or maybe you've been watching a lot of football, seeing all those butts running around the field. Oh God. Anyway, I do feel that you are going to meet somebody, and it's going to be a whirlwind romance. And it's going to be a little kooky crazy, which you're going to like. You're going to be chuckling about it and enjoying every moment of it. And it won't take your mind off of more responsible things. You're kind of one of these people who has the two sides. You have two sides of personality. One side is you're very driven and work oriented, right? We know about that. And then you got this other side of you that just giggle, 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 have a good time. And you are easily corrupted, my lady. You are easily corrupted. I see you there with champagne and chocolate covered strawberries going, yes. But anyway, I do see you finding somebody, and I'm going to give you some timelines on it. I'm going to see if I can see him, and then I'm going to move on to the next caller. What timeline do we have for this? It's not going to happen right away. But you can start just being open to it. I feel that. Do you have an altar in your home, honey? Someplace you go to pray or something like that. You have an altar? I'd like to see you make a little altar and put some kind of a rose on the altar and some rose oil, and do visualizing and praying about this and seeing your love come in, and use it as your kind of, you're getting your mind ready for it. And then beyond that, I feel that, the next couple of months are going to be a little bit chilly. It's kind of a little bit constricting where you are, but eventually, like in spring, it's May or March or May. It's an M month coming up in the spring. You're going to be running into this person. And I hear at work again. So if you're not in your job yet, you didn't get your new job yet, then it would be wherever you're going to be working at that time. And that you will like the person. The place you're working is big enough that it wouldn't really matter because you won't be like right on top of each other in the same department. And that it would be a lot of fun. Now, are you working yet? Keisha, do you have your job? How are you doing in that area? Okay. Well, okay. So I don't think you're going to meet him in the part-time job. I think you're going to meet him, whatever the full-time job is. Might not be till March, might not be till May, but it's going to be like that. It's going to be coming through your professional job, the one that you're working on getting, the one in law. And again, I get the feeling that you should be doing something with entertainment law. So we'll see where that goes. Okay? All right. You're welcome, love. God bless. Bye-bye. Thanks for calling, honey. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm going to go to 773. It's been waiting an inordinate amount of time. Hello, 773. And your name is?
Nancy.
Hi, Nancy. How you doing this evening? I'm doing great. Thank you very much. Now, if you're going to ask a question, if you want a reading, I just want the question, no background. I was letting the earlier callers get away with a lot. So just give me the question. Go ahead, honey.
No, I'm just wondering, do something else to connect with my dog?
Oh, no, it doesn't sound odd. We just did a couple of connections. Let's see. Yeah, that wasn't, I don't think the swan has passed. So I got pictures of the swan being okay. So hopefully it's going to be all right.
Okay.
All right, so let's go to Nancy, 773, her dog. Let's see. Okay, the first thing I'm seeing is a dog that looks like it's got two colors. One is white and one is like a brown to the fur. It looks like it's a mid-sized dog. Would you understand brown and white, please?
Yeah, but that's my old dog.
That's the one that's alive still?
No, that's not dog.
Well, that's okay, honey. That dog may open the portal to the other dog. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So I see brown and white fur. It's the fur has a little bit of a wave to it. It's a little bit longer, but not real long fur. And it's a mid-sized dog. I'm going to develop this dog first with hopes that it will bring the other one in. Now, would you understand what I just said then visually for this dog? Would you agree that the dog, everything I just said about a description of the dog, okay, it's a mid-size. It looks like it's some kind of a, well, I don't know dog breeds that much, but it's a very beautiful dog. It looks like a purebred. It has long ears too, and there's a bit of this beautiful soft fur on this dog. Everything else was great. All right, so let me go now to brown and white dog. Please, brown and white, please bring in the other one. Would you do that for us, please? Can't look like you because she already told me it doesn't look like you.
Right.
Hold on. Well, the only other dog I'm seeing now, love, is a dog that would be more like a smaller dog than that with short hair and looks like it's got white and black, and it looks like a terrier of some sort. Would that fit any descriptions of any dogs that you've had?
No.
All right. Well, that dog. Okay, so that dog's hanging out with the other dog. I'll see if I can get the other dog that you're wanting. Hold on. Please, dog, come in. This is for Nancy at 773. Please come in. The first thing I'm getting is a sense that the dog would have been female. Is that correct, please? Yes or no, Nancy? Oh, I'm still on the energy of the old one then. Okay, still trying to win the new one. The new birth into spirit. He's jealous. Yeah, I'm still trying. Hold on. Okay. Now I see a dog that looks like it's more black or darker, and it has short fur and it's a medium to larger, like a lab or something. Would you understand that, please?
I would, yeah.
Is that the one you're looking for?
That is an old little dog.
Wow. Well, guys, I'm talking to the dogs. Guys, you got to friggin' show me the one that passed recently. It's almost like they have the dog's soul behind them.
I know they're just thinking, but
They're protecting her, him.
this is the one, this one hasn't passed. This one's still
Oh, that's why. Well, let me tell you a secret. I'm going to the other side because that's what I thought you said. So yeah, they're all coming in for you, Bubby. So you want to know something about the dog that's next to you right now. What do you want to know? Okay, give me a question. Oh, you want me to enter his mind? Or yeah, so give me the initials of the dog or the dog's name, please. Eddie. Okay. E-D-D-I-E. Oh, I love that name. That's really cool. Eddie, honey, how are you doing, sweetie? Let's go into Eddie's mind. Eddie. Is Eddie a boxer?
No.
Okay. Eddie. Try and pull in his vibration. Okay. Looks like it has a brown, caramel colored fur and it's short fur. Would you understand that for Eddie, please?
Yeah.
Okay. And Eddie likes to have his stomach rubbed. Yes? Yeah, okay. Eddie's a very good boy. Eddie loves you very, very much. He's saying, thank you, Mommy, for what you did for me recently. He says, you saved my life. He says something about choking or something in the throat area is bothering him or has been bothering him, but you've done something to help him, maybe going to the doctor or something. Why are you asking the question, is he okay? Because I'm getting that you've done something for him and he's very, very happy about that. Are you just wanting me to connect with him generally, love, or is there a specific reason? Okay. Oh, so you want to know. Okay. Well, anyway, he likes to have his stomach rubbed, as you said. He's got short, brownish caramel colored fur. He's very happy with saving his life recently. Like there was something caught in his throat. I'm going to see if he wants to develop that. Maybe there was something that happened. You're not thinking of it right now. Let's see. And Eddie, what about the move, love? How do you feel about that, love? He doesn't care really. It doesn't faze him, just as long as he's with you and he can be close with you on the couch or wherever, and he can find his toys or his ball to play with, things like that. He's really quite content in the new home, and he's not really looking for anything else to happen other than just food, water, and his toys and mommy, and he's all set to go. There is a little problem with him finding. I think you maybe haven't unpacked yet some of his toys or something. That is a little problem for him. But other than that, everything's just cool. And I don't know what you meant about the throat and the coughing and something there. Let me just see what that's about. Eddie, honey, what's going on with your throat, love? Well, all I know is he seemed to say that there was some kind of coughing or something that was choking on him, and that you somehow helped him with that. But obviously, you're not remembering that, but I will leave you with that idea. All right? Yeah, but he loves you very much, and he's very adjusted, right? He just wishes he could get some of his toys. All right, love. Thank you. I didn't understand that you wanted me to connect with a living dog. I was going the other side, but that's good because we brought in your dogs on the other side. Okay. Yeah. All right. Wonderful. You have a beautiful evening, Nancy. Thank you so much for calling in. Thank you, honey. Okay, if anybody would like a private session with me, just go to booklaura.com, and there, if you put in the event code field radio show, you get a third more time free. Namaste. Thanks everybody for calling in.